Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Dr. Bhasha Mukherjee. I'm an NHS junior doctor and former Miss England, and here on this day I was going to India. I actually had to go to work and I carried my hand luggage and my entire suitcase to work. Now on this day I actually had part work and then actually also had to go to teaching in another hospital, and then finally caught bus and then the tube all the way to Heathrow Airport. So yeah, my day started really early and I had to lug this heavy luggage everywhere, literally all around London. I had to change various different types of public transport, didn't even get a seat on the tube, but thankfully I landed in Heathrow all in one piece and met my mum here, who was waiting for me and had come all the way from Derby, and clearly at this point we were clueless about what was waiting for us ahead. So after a whole ordeal, finally made it through check-in and also through security check, and let's just say it was horrendous. A lot of stupid rules, so many stupid rules. I'm not going to say any more than this. We'll get an update in a minute, okay? So guys, something interesting happened. I was so excited all day today. Like, I was literally at work telling everybody. I carried my suitcase and because I got my hair done and everything, so I was like ready to come. And I'm just thinking everything's gonna be fine, you know. And we get here and they're like, Mum's visa, the OCI card does not match her passport because the passport is new. Before it was not even a thing, but as of 1 month now your passport needs to match your OCI card or something or other. Now I just found this so bizarre because I obviously booked this ticket like months in advance, like around June, July time, something like that. So we didn't know about it at all. And we're like, crap, we don't even have the right documents, we're freaking out, we don't have a picture of it. And then thankfully, you know, our lodger at home, he was at home. He looked around, he couldn't find it in the first place in the house, and then he looked in the second place and he finally found it. I even got my friend ready to come, but in the end we fixed it. Like, it was like a good 20 minutes that we just had to just faff about. So that happened, that got done, and then we try and check in and they're like, oh, you've exceeded your luggage allowance or something or other, and we're thinking, what? On the website it said 32 kilograms, but on our booking it says 25 kilograms, and I was just over about 2.5 kilograms, but oh no, we have to take the whole luggage out. But thankfully this lady sorted it because between the two of us it wasn't over the luggage allowance, it was all right. Then this was the second day, and then we like got the security check, and I'm just doing my vlogging. I didn't realise, but they're like, you know, like, your camera's here, they're going to take you to lock up and all, and we're like, oh my gosh. So I deleted it quickly, and that was the third thing. And then after that, Mum's going in to check in, security check, they're putting all our stuff in, she gets stopped, and like thousands of times they keep like checking her through, and then she's checking her stuff and she can't find her money, she can't find her card. I don't remember if my mum put it away or somebody in the security put it away, but they literally put the money that was in her pockets that she'd put out onto the tray, they put it in one of the bags. So then in the end, you know, we ended up finding it, but you know, then we left, she accidentally forgot her luggage in one part and then we had to get it. It was all just mayhem, but we're here now. We're here at the doors, we're here at the check-in, the gates essentially, and it's like much later than we wanted it to be. So I went to the MAC counter and they gave me some spare makeup wipes, and I'm literally just going to start taking my makeup off here and start, you know, essentially getting ready to nap on the flight. It's literally been such a long day. Oh yeah, oh, another thing happened. Before we were on the, you know, on the queue, and we realised that Mum had got two hand luggages, so we had to transfer some of it, and there's transfer stuff, and it was just a mess. But anyway, we've managed to make it work. We had too many liquids, we had to transfer some of that onto our big bags. But anyway, bit of a chaos, but she's got her nails done. I got my hair done, my hair's become so limp now because obviously it's, yeah, it's been a long day. Like today, it started with me going to work in the morning and going from work to my teaching, and from teaching getting the train or the underground all the way here. I'm actually just impressed I made it here in one piece. That's crazy. Do you need makeup wipes? I'm still doing it. So thankfully the flight was not too bad, and the best thing that happened was We let Mum take our 2 seats for herself, and I took this entire row, which I actually got by fluke, and I actually managed to watch some movies and also got about 3 hours of sleep, which is not enough, but hey ho, I had just enough energy for when we landed at Doha at Hamad Airport. Our layover time at Hamad International was about 12 hours, so we quickly got refreshed in the bathroom and decided we didn't want to sleep. No, of course not. We wanted to explore the airport and also some local places, but we had absolutely no idea what we wanted to actually do. We did ask at the tourism area, but then we decided we'll just take a cab and go to the nearest waterfront area, which is called Corniche. Well, we were suggested it by someone in the airport, but we had forgotten what it was called, so we just asked this lovely taxi driver to just take us, and he managed to guess where we wanted to go, and he took us here. But it was a Friday, and it was lunchtime, and a lot of people had gone to pray, so a lot of the food places were closed at this time. But as we were so hungry, we just got some food on the go from one of the stalls, and just with pure lack of energy, spent some time just kind of lounging around this pier front area where there were lots of yachts and boats parked, and there were just some seating areas. We just didn't have the energy to go explore further and engage our brains, so we were just messing about, taking some pictures and some random videos. Clearly we were very tired and it was really showing on our faces, and we had luggage that we were just lugging around. It was actually not cold, not at all cold for this coat, and that pink luggage that you see there, it started breaking on us as we were sort of going around. I don't know, the zip was playing up and we were just carrying so much stuff on us, which is a really stupid thing to do, so I would not recommend it. But it was such a pretty little area, this was, and you could really see the cityscape, and there were some local people. This area, I'm still confused what it actually was, but it looked pretty, and there was this beautiful building which we went inside only to realise that it's actually a fish market. Incidentally, as we didn't have any Wi-Fi or data locally, nor cash on us, we actually used that building to just about get enough Wi-Fi to get Uber and book an Uber, and then we had to quickly run over to the opposite side of the road when the internet stopped working and get on the Uber. We got back in time to the airport to have a quick little meal and finally get on our final flight to Kolkata, which was going to be a 4-hour journey. This flight was so full and there was absolutely no legroom, so I got about half an hour's sleep before we finally landed at Kolkata airport. I skipped out on filming the next 16 hours of nightmare that ensued, but let's just say that we landed at 2 a.m. with no local SIM, not enough cash on us, no access to the internet. And the hotel we'd booked online turned out to be a fake booking. And yeah, it was a right nightmare, and I was too emotional, frankly, to actually film. But yes, afterwards, when we'd had enough sleep and some really questionable biryani from the street side, we went out shopping, grocery shopping, to get some local tidbits and snacks. And then, of course, if you land in Kolkata, you have to have some puchka or golgappe, or pani puri as some people know it. Now, very questionable choice on the first day of landing, because this thing is notorious for giving you deli belly or diarrhea, basically. My mum's purse had broken, so we needed to get her a purse, and we just got something from a local market. As we'd landed on the 14th of January, which is Bongo, there was a lot of things going on, a lot of celebrations. A lot of devotees were actually trying to make their way to visit the river Ganges. And actually, on this particular day, a lot of people have an Indian pancake with a filling of coconut. It's so yummy, and we had to get some fresh ones from the sweet shop. So here's me having that. It's called a pati shapta. And in my other hand, I'm actually trying a roshogulla. This was my first roshogulla that I had after I landed. And Mum had to get a traditional desi tea in a clay pot. Then I absolutely had to stop by and have this street side dosa. It's really spicy. I bet it is. Mum didn't want to have this, so she decided she wanted to get some street side chicken roast and roti. This is actually run by these lovely ladies who are completely self-employed, as you can see, and they're running their own business. Again, street food in India is just something else. The next morning we woke up, we were a lot fresher, we had had a full night of sleep. This day we planned to meet family and then go on a shopping trip later on. we got to meet the family bunny. It's the albino bunny called Munchie, who looks petrified and was absolutely petrified to see me. Actually had to bribe him with carrots to get his trust, and even then he wanted to hide under the sofa. I'm literally pulling the tiny little carrot further and further towards me to encourage him to come nearer and closer to me. After this, en route to going shopping, we were getting some bun, and literally at the same moment there was a massive road traffic accident where this lorry had run over this bike rider. The doctor and me couldn't resist but to run over and try and help out. The guy had literally flesh hanging off, but thankfully there was a hospital nearby. We just bandaged him up with a scarf of a passerby and sent him on his way to the hospital. And then we got the bus to go to the marketplace. We didn't know, but on a Sunday a lot of the marketplaces are actually closed. So in the end, after much of travelling, we ended up in Splanet Newmarket, which is a shopping heaven. I was so overwhelmed with all the options, and it's just a thing just being there and being around all this. We bought jewellery, some clothes, and it's just an experience just being there and experiencing the life. And finally we got some food. Now this is my chart and my mum's having some pulque. This food, so yummy as you'll see, but it literally gave me the worst food poisoning, which thankfully only lasted 24 hours. And yeah, that was the end of the first part of this India vlog. There will be more parts coming up on my channel, and if you like this video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my channel, press the like button, press the bell icon, and of course share and comment below. Follow me on all my socials. See you next time. Bye bye.